All right, Coach. A 4-3 gritty win from this team against Kingsville, 1-0 in conference play. Talk about your team's overall performance and what you really liked seeing from them.
Yeah, it was a tough one. We were without a couple players, going into that match, and I was a little bit apprehensive of just not how we were gonna play, but how we were just gonna react to having Christine not be there in the middle of the lineup, who she's been really tearing it up at the 4 spot the last couple weeks, and we weren't going to have her, and then we had to change our number 3 doubles lineup kind of at the last minute also. So we were able to put together a lineup that I was happy with, and I thought we had some good matchups against them, and we stumbled a little bit at 1 doubles, but we were able to get the doubles point at 2 and 3, so that helped a lot. And then, I knew that I thought that the number 1 was going to be really kind of what the whole match hinged upon, because their number 1, Alessa Myers, number 10 in the country, top in our region. So I knew that we were going to have a tough match there, and then Letizia goes out there and beats her 6-3, 6-1 in about an hour. And so, that basically was what kind of took care of a lot of the match for us. Because she won so quickly and so comprehensively that I think it hurt their spirits a little bit from Kingsville, because Alessa is just such a good player for them. And then it really lifted us up to be able to get the 2-0 on the scoreboard really quick. And then Eva had a really good win at number 2 to get us to 3-0 on the scoreboard. We had, in the last 4 matches still going, we had won the first sets on 2 of them, and then we were coming back in the second set on one of the ones that we didn't get the first set. So we did have a lot of momentum, but the really Jess playing at line 3. That's a January freshman playing against, I think, either a junior or a senior. For her to be able to close that match out in straight sets to get us to 4 was huge. We dropped a couple 10-point breakers for the third. So that match was a couple points away from us maybe winning at 6-1, but it also, some other things could have happened, that could have made it a little bit scarier. So, to be able to walk out of there with a win, like I said this in the fall, like last year we won a lot of our conference matches 6-1 and 7-0, and I was like, I don't think that's going to happen this year, and it didn't, and it's probably not. Kingsville is a very strong team. The conditions were actually really nice. It wasn't too hot, wasn't too humid, wasn't too windy. So I think the conditions were great for a really good college tennis match, and just really fortunate to get out of there with a win.
And then y'all have a week break, getting some much needed rest before heading up to Florida. A 3-match series: Sioux Falls, Emporia State, and Slippery Rock. New teams to face. How will these matches help y'all as y'all really dive into LSC play?
Yeah, those are going to be, I think Slippery Rock was top 3 in their region last year. I think Emporia is probably going to be top 5 in their region this year. So obviously it's going to be, long travel getting out there, and just hoping for good weather. We've got, 3 matches and 3 practices scheduled out there. So, this team works so hard, and they have such a good time together that, getting this trip out there is obviously it's a business trip. I plan on coming back 3-0, but it's an opportunity for them to have, some time together away from campus, and, really looking forward to seeing them compete out there. I think we may have an opportunity to work a few different things in there lineup wise, but again too, the results that we've had the last few weeks, if we don't take care of business every time out there, then we're kind of not respecting the hard work that we've done earlier in the year. So definitely we're going to be focused on coming away with wins on this weekend. But yeah, I think it'll be an opportunity to see a couple different lineup, maybe a couple different double combinations, maybe a couple different singles lineup changes, just to kind of see what's out there. Maybe give a couple girls a little bit of rest. But again, this team, we're looking forward to getting out there, but we're the most important thing is coming home with some wins. So,
Coach, you've seen several matches from the ladies so far this season. Is there anyone who's just really stood out to you, like in a surprisingly good way, to the point where you didn't expect this from an individual player this season, or is this just how far do you think that this team can take y'all this year?
Again, Letizia's win on on Saturday was extremely impressive. Alessa basically ran through the regionals in the fall. Kingsville's #1, and she just looks so strong. And like I said, she's number 10 in the nation right now, and Letitia really handled her really well. Letitia's 8-0 right now. I wouldn't say it's a surprise because she was Lone Star Conference Freshman of the Year last year. She was as high as top 40 in the nation as a freshman last year. When the new singles rankings come out, I would imagine she will be in there somewhere. So not a surprise by any means, but one thing about Letitia is I always know what she's going to look like on the court. I always know the focus that she's going to bring. I always know the fight that she's going to bring. I always know that she is going to above all try to play her game style as best as she can. But if something's not working or if it's a bad matchup, she's not going to panic and run away from that too quickly. So yeah, I mean, she was very, very impressive. I think 2 doubles, which also is Letitia and Ida, they are still undefeated as well. And that is maybe something I didn't completely expect. I knew it was a possibility, but them being, undefeated almost halfway through the season was maybe not something that I, really expected. So that's been really impressive. And I mean, really, we've only dropped the doubles point 1 time out of 9 matches, and being able to put together that with 2's been winning all their matches, and 1 and 3 have been finding a way to get us to at least 2 doubles wins. So really it's a young team. We've got 2 January freshmen. We've got 2 sophomores. We really only have 2 true seniors on the team. So really it's kind of been the whole team that has really impressed me. Not just with their tennis, but with their resilience, with their fight, with their energy. That was one thing, is this was an energy battle, between us and Kingsville on Saturday, completely. And this team has fully adopted that as part of their identity. We're going to be a high energy, enthusiastic team every time out there. And that's one thing that has been just really impressive, how hard they fight for each other. And, I think that, this team can go far. I mean, we need to really stay healthy. That's a big part of it, with having such a small roster and having everyone, potentially being a starter on any given day. Staying healthy is going to be really, really important. But I think this team has a lot of opportunities ahead of us, and looking forward to being out on the road with them this week, and getting some more wins hopefully.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you, Coach.